A long time ago, in a faraway land, there was a fierce war between two powerful nations. One nation was led by a tyrannical emperor who ruled with an iron fist. His army was massive and his weapons were advanced, but he was also a coward. He would only fight from the safety of his giant mech suit, never venturing out into the battlefield himself. The other nation was led by a wise and benevolent king who valued the lives of his people. His army was smaller, but they were brave and honorable warriors. They fought to protect their homeland and their way of life. One day, the emperor's forces attacked the king's castle. The battle was fierce, and many brave soldiers lost their lives. But the king's army fought back with all their might, and eventually defeated the emperor's forces. But the emperor was not ready to give up. He retreated into his mech suit and activated his ultimate weapon, a giant laser cannon that could destroy entire cities. The king's army was no match for this weapon, and they were quickly defeated. The king was furious. He knew he couldn't defeat the emperor in battle, so he hatched a plan. He sent his best friend and most trusted advisor, a cunning strategist named Zhao, to infiltrate the emperor's base and destroy his laser cannon. Zhao gathered a small team of elite soldiers and set out on his mission. They traveled for weeks, avoiding the emperor's patrols and ambushes. Finally, they reached the emperor's base and began planning their attack. Meanwhile, the emperor was getting ready to launch his final attack on the king's castle. He knew this would be his last battle, but he was ready to die a hero. He donned his mech suit and charged into the fray. But just as he was about to unleash his laser cannon, Zhao and his team struck. They had planted bombs all around the base, and now they were detonated, destroying the laser cannon and the entire base. The emperor was furious, but it was too late. His army was defeated and his weapons destroyed. The tyrant emperor had finally met his match. The king's army was victorious, but the war had taken a heavy toll on both sides. Many good soldiers had died, and much of the land was destroyed. But in the end, the king's army had prevailed. And so the king and his people celebrated their victory with parades and feasts. And that, my friends, is the story of how the good guys beat the bad guys. The end.